I'm so glad you found your way here. Your body is healing itself right now, repairing damage while you simply exist. You'll discover the healing secret doctors are just understanding and learn why your mind is the most powerful medicine. Welcome to Sleepy Science Night. Now settle in. You're in your safe space while your brain quietly repairs itself, clearing toxins, preparing for tomorrow. Allow yourself this moment of peace. We'll journey through 100 psychology facts about your subconscious mind, from invisible cellular repair happening now, to how habits form without your awareness, to the bridge between conscious thought and automatic wisdom. This thoughtful journey through consciousness builds bridges between searching minds. Your gentle support, a like, subscribe, or a quiet share, creates a pathway for more curious souls to discover and brings us closer to protect this sanctuary, one sleepy soul at a time. Your healing journey inspires ours. Let yourself settle completely here. Feel your jaw unclench, your breath deepen naturally. You can let these thoughts drift past without holding them. Sense that soothing heaviness enveloping you, like your consciousness slowly dimming its brightness. Thoughts dissolving into peaceful fog of approaching sleep. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You're floating where memories rest safely in gentle darkness. Let your mind merge with infinite peace. And now we begin. Your subconscious mind processes 11 million pieces of information every second. Right now, as you rest here, your brain is filtering the temperature of the air on your skin, the pressure of your body against the surface beneath you, the rhythm of your breathing, the distant sounds around you, and thousands of other sensory details. Your conscious mind can only handle about 40 bits of information per second, which means your subconscious is managing roughly 275,000 times more data than you're aware of. According to research from the University of Bologna published in 2024, this processing happens in neural pathways that bypass conscious awareness entirely, allowing your brain to make sense of reality without overwhelming you. The subconscious acts as an intelligent filter, deciding what deserves your attention and what can be handled automatically in the background. The word subconscious describes mental activity that occurs below the threshold of awareness. It's not a separate physical structure in your brain, but rather a functional description of how your nervous system processes information. Recent neuroscience from 2025 suggests that a substantial majority of your daily behavior, some researchers estimate as much as 90%, operates through subconscious processes. This includes everything from the way you walk to how you respond emotionally to familiar situations, to the habits you've formed over years. The subconscious doesn't speak in words the way conscious thought does. Instead, it communicates through feelings, intuitions, physical sensations, dreams, and automatic behaviors. Understanding this hidden aspect of your mind can help you recognize patterns in your life that might otherwise remain invisible. Your brain consumes about 20% of your body's energy, even though it only accounts for 2% of your body weight. Much of this energy goes towards subconscious processing that never reaches conscious awareness. Research from the Journal of Integrative Neuroscience in 2025 reveals that your cerebral cortex acts as the driver of subconscious predictions, constantly generating sensory-updated forecasts about what will happen next. The thalamus, hippocampus, amygdala, basal ganglia, and cerebellum then translate these predictions into conscious experiences and coordinated behaviors. This means your brain is always one step ahead, preparing responses before you consciously realize what's happening. The subconscious works as your mind's advance scout, surveying the landscape of experience and preparing you for what's coming. The amygdala, an almond-shaped structure deep in your brain, scans for potential threats continuously without your conscious awareness. Studies published in 2024 show that the amygdala can identify danger and trigger defensive responses in less than 1/5 of a second, long before your conscious mind has time to evaluate the situation. In modern life, this ancient system might interpret non-threatening situations, like social rejection or performance evaluation, as concerning circumstances requiring protective action. The amygdala stores emotional memories with strong feeling components, which means past experiences influence present reactions without explicit recall. This is why you might feel anxious in certain situations without understanding why. The subconscious remembers what your conscious mind has forgotten. Habit formation is one of the subconscious mind's most powerful functions. According to research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in March 2025, habits develop through a specialized circuit in the basal ganglia involving the dorsolateral striatum, substantia nigra, and parafascicular nucleus. When you first learn a behavior, your motor cortex is highly active, requiring conscious effort and attention. But as you repeat the behavior, synaptic connections in the striatum strengthen through dopamine-mediated plasticity. Eventually, the motor program becomes independent of cortical input. The behavior runs automatically, without conscious control. This is why you can drive a familiar route while thinking about something else entirely. The subconscious has taken over, freeing your conscious mind for other tasks. Sleep is when your subconscious does its most important work. During the night, particularly during slow-wave sleep, your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and clears metabolic waste through the glymphatic system. Research from 2025, published in the journal Neuron, reveals that levels of cyclic adenosine monophosphate, a crucial signaling molecule, exhibit infra-slow oscillations during sleep that are synchronized across the hippocampus and cortex. These oscillations create optimal time windows for brain plasticity and memory consolidation. Your subconscious uses sleep to reorganize neural connections, deciding which experiences to store long-term and which to let fade. The dreams you experience during REM sleep may represent this reorganization process, as your brain integrates new information with existing knowledge in ways that often seem symbolic or abstract. Neuroplasticity allows your subconscious mind to change throughout your entire life. Your brain can reorganize neural connections in response to new experiences, learning, and even changes in thinking patterns. Recent studies from 2024 show that the subconscious is not fixed or unchangeable, despite how automatic some behaviors might feel. Through repeated practice of new behaviors, mindfulness, visualization, and cognitive behavioral approaches, you can consciously influence subconscious patterns. New neural pathways form gradually, typically taking between 66 to 254 days for a new behavior to become automatic, depending on its complexity. This means that while change takes patience, It's always possible. The subconscious you have today is not the subconscious you're destined to keep forever. Emotional regulation is largely a subconscious process. According to research from 2024, your limbic system processes emotional information and generates feeling responses before conscious awareness catches up. The subconscious evaluates emotional significance constantly, asking, is this situation safe or threatening? Does this person seem trustworthy? Should I approach or avoid? These automatic appraisals happen in milliseconds and influence everything from facial expressions to heart rate to muscle tension. Individuals with well-developed emotional regulation can maintain access to conscious problem-solving abilities during disagreements, while others become overwhelmed by automatic fight or flight responses. The difference lies in how well the conscious and subconscious systems communicate. When they work together harmoniously, emotional experiences feel manageable rather than overwhelming. The hippocampus, located deep in your temporal lobe, plays a crucial role in forming and retrieving memories. During sleep, the hippocampus reactivates patterns of neural activity from your waking experiences, essentially replaying the day's events at high speed. This process, documented in multiple studies from 2024 and 2025, allows memories to transfer from temporary storage in the hippocampus to more permanent storage in the cortex. Your subconscious decides which memories deserve this transfer based on emotional significance, repetition, and relevance to your goals. Some memories are strengthened during sleep, while others gradually fade. This selective consolidation helps you remember what matters and forget what doesn't. Though the subconscious doesn't always make the choices your conscious mind would prefer. Your subconscious communicates with you through physical sensations, often called gut feelings. Research from 2024 reveals that your enteric nervous system, sometimes called the second brain, contains over 500 million neurons lining your gastrointestinal tract. This system processes information independently and sends signals to your brain through the vagus nerve. When you experience a feeling of unease in your stomach or a sense of lightness in your chest, your subconscious is communicating something it has detected before your conscious mind catches up. Mountain climbers and other people in high-risk situations often learn to trust these subconscious perceptions. If something doesn't feel right, that's often enough reason to pause and reassess, even without conscious understanding of why. The subconscious mind operates on associations rather than logic. It connects experiences based on similarity, proximity, timing, and emotional resonance. This is why a particular song might instantly transport you to a specific memory, or why a smell can trigger detailed recollections from childhood. According to neuroscience research from 2024, these associative networks form through Hebbian plasticity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. The subconscious doesn't evaluate whether these connections make rational sense. A person who experienced trauma during a thunderstorm might feel anxiety during any storm, even though consciously they know they're safe. The association was formed subconsciously and persists regardless of conscious understanding. This is both the power and the limitation of subconscious processing. Decision-making begins in the subconscious before you're aware of having made a choice. The famous research by John Dylan Haynes at the Bernstein Center for Computational Neuroscience, updated with newer findings through 2024, shows that decisions can be traced in brain activity up to 10 seconds, before individuals become consciously aware of them. This doesn't mean free will is absent, but it does suggest that conscious choice is only the final stage of a longer process. Your subconscious evaluates options, weighs outcomes based on past experience, and generates preferences that eventually surface into awareness as what feels like a conscious decision. You experience the decision as yours because it is yours, just not in the way you might have thought. Cognitive biases are mental shortcuts created by the subconscious to help you process information quickly. Research from 2024 identifies dozens of these biases, including confirmation bias, seeking information that supports what you already believe; availability bias, judging likelihood based on how easily examples come to mind; and anchoring bias, relying too heavily on the first piece of information encountered. These shortcuts developed because they work most of the time, allowing rapid decision-making in a complex world. However, they can also lead to systematic errors in judgment. The subconscious applies these shortcuts automatically, below conscious awareness. Recognizing when biases might be influencing your thinking requires conscious effort to override subconscious shortcuts. Your subconscious absorbs information even when you're not paying attention. Studies from 2025 on unconscious processing show that the brain can perceive and respond to stimuli presented so briefly or subtly that they never reach conscious awareness. This phenomenon, studied through various masking techniques, demonstrates that the visual cortex can process images, the auditory system can process sounds, and semantic networks can process words without conscious perception. People who are blind in one eye due to damage to the visual cortex can still respond emotionally to fearful faces shown to that eye. The information travels through a subconscious pathway directly to the amygdala. Your subconscious sees, hears, and knows more than your conscious mind realizes. Automatic responses develop through repetition and become ingrained patterns requiring minimal conscious effort. According to research published in 2024, once behaviors become automatic, the brain can manage multiple processes simultaneously: walking, breathing, maintaining balance, regulating body temperature, while conscious mind focuses on whatever requires deliberate thought in the present moment. This parallel processing capacity allows you to navigate familiar situations efficiently, conserving mental energy for novel challenges that genuinely require conscious attention. The subconscious handles routine operations smoothly in the background, creating the seamless experience of daily life where most actions flow effortlessly, while awareness remains free to engage with what's new, important, or unexpected. The subconscious processes temporal information differently than conscious awareness. Time seems to flow steadily in consciousness, but the subconscious can compress or expand subjective time perception based on emotional state, attention, and familiarity. Research from 2024 on time perception shows that when you're in a state of flow or deep engagement, hours can pass in what feels like minutes, because the subconscious is efficiently processing familiar patterns. Conversely, when you're anxious or in an unfamiliar situation, minutes can feel like hours, because the subconscious is working harder to make sense of novel information. The subconscious also timestamps memories with emotional significance, which is why emotionally charged events feel more recent than neutral ones, even when they're equally far in the past. Priming effects demonstrate how subconscious exposure to one stimulus influences response to subsequent stimuli. Studies from 2025 show that if you're briefly shown words related to kindness before evaluating someone's behavior, you're more likely to interpret that behavior charitably. If you're shown words related to aging, you subsequently walk more slowly. These priming effects occur entirely below conscious awareness and affect behavior, perception, and judgment. The subconscious creates a context that colors how you interpret everything that follows. This is why media consumption, social environments, and the conversations you have throughout the day can influence your mood and behavior in ways you don't consciously recognize. The subconscious is always absorbing context. Implicit memory allows the subconscious to retain information without conscious recollection of learning it. You might not remember learning to tie your shoes or ride a bicycle, but your body knows how to do it. This procedural knowledge is stored in motor cortex, cerebellum, and basal ganglia, rather than in the hippocampus, where explicit memories reside. Research from 2024 shows that implicit memories are remarkably durable, often lasting entire lifetimes, even when explicit memories fade. This is why people with severe memory impairment can still perform familiar skills. The subconscious holds on to the know-how even when conscious memory of the learning experience is gone. Your body remembers what your mind forgets. The subconscious continuously monitors your internal bodily state through interoception. Sensors throughout your body detect heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, digestive activity, muscle tension, and temperature, sending this information to the insula and other brain regions for processing. Research from 2024 shows that individual differences in interoceptive accuracy, how well the subconscious tracks internal states, correlate with emotional awareness and regulation ability. People who are more attuned to their internal sensations tend to make better decisions in uncertain situations, because the subconscious integrates bodily signals into judgment. This might explain the wisdom of listening to your body or trusting your gut. The subconscious speaks through subtle physical changes. Pattern recognition is one of the subconscious mind's greatest strengths. Your subconscious constantly searches for patterns in experience, identifying regularities, anticipating what comes next, and generating predictions. According to 2025 research on predictive processing, the cerebral cortex continuously generates subconscious predictions about sensory input, then updates these predictions based on prediction errors. This allows you to navigate familiar environments without conscious thought, recognize faces instantly, understand language in real time, and respond appropriately in social situations. The subconscious has learned the patterns of your world so thoroughly that deviations from those patterns immediately grab conscious attention. Pattern recognition is how the subconscious makes sense of chaos. Social cognition relies heavily on subconscious processing. Within milliseconds of seeing a face, your subconscious has made judgments about trustworthiness, competence, and likability based on subtle facial features and expressions. Research from 2024 shows these rapid assessments influence behavior: who you approach, who you avoid, how you interpret ambiguous actions. Your subconscious also engages in automatic perspective taking, simulating what others might be thinking or feeling by activating similar neural patterns in your own brain. This allows you to navigate complex social situations without consciously analyzing every interaction. The subconscious handles the social heavy lifting, though its quick judgments aren't always accurate. Attentional control involves a constant negotiation between conscious goals and subconscious capture. The thalamus, according to 2025 research, controls selective attention by synchronizing multiple cortical regions, enabling attended information to reach consciousness while filtering out irrelevant details. But the subconscious can override conscious attention when it detects something potentially important. Your name spoken across a crowded room. Movement in peripheral vision. A sudden change in sound. This automatic attention capture helped ancestors survive threats, but can be distracting in modern environments designed to grab attention. Your subconscious constantly balances staying focused on conscious goals while remaining alert to unexpected changes requiring conscious awareness. The relationship between stress and subconscious processing shapes how you respond to challenges. Chronic stress alters the balance between cortical, conscious, flexible, and striatal, subconscious, habitual, control systems. Research from 2024 shows that under stress, the subconscious habit system becomes more dominant, causing behavior to become more rigid and less adaptive. People tend to fall back on familiar patterns, even when those patterns aren't working. This is why stress makes it harder to break habits or learn new responses. The subconscious takes over with well-worn pathways, conserving cognitive resources, but sometimes preventing the flexibility needed to find better solutions. Managing stress helps maintain conscious-subconscious balance. Subliminal perception occurs when stimuli influence behavior without reaching conscious awareness. Although early claims about subliminal advertising were exaggerated, research from 2025 confirms that briefly presented stimuli can activate semantic networks and influence subsequent choices in subtle ways. The effects are typically small and short-lived, nothing like the powerful mind control of popular imagination. The subconscious processes these fleeting inputs, but doesn't necessarily act on them strongly. This research reveals that the boundary between conscious and subconscious is not absolute, but rather a continuum of awareness. Some information hovers at the edge of consciousness. You could notice it if you tried, but usually you don't. So yes, your subconscious is already communicating with you constantly through emotions, intuitions, physical sensations, dreams, habits, and automatic behaviors. These observations reveal that the subconscious is not silent or hidden, but rather speaks in a language different from conscious thought. Learning to recognize this language, noticing subtle feelings, tracking patterns in behavior, paying attention to dreams, observing when habits activate, allows you to access the vast knowledge and processing power of the subconscious mind. The question isn't whether your subconscious is trying to tell you something. It's whether you're learning to listen to what it's saying all along. Let's pause here and notice your body. As you breathe out slowly, appreciate each tiny cell inside. Trillions of organisms working in silence. Heart beating, lungs breathing, brain thinking, all without your command. Notice the gentle sensations on your skin, in your muscles, along your spine. You are a complete ecosystem, diverse, self-balancing. Now we continue. Emotional memory systems store past experiences with associated feelings, influencing current reactions without explicit recall. According to research published in 2024 on the amygdala and learning, emotions intensify memory consolidation through the amygdala cortex circuit. When you experience something emotionally significant, the amygdala strengthens the encoding of that memory, making it more likely to persist long-term. This is why you remember your first kiss more vividly than what you ate for lunch last Tuesday. The subconscious prioritizes emotionally relevant information, assuming that what matters emotionally today will matter emotionally tomorrow. These emotional memories then shape expectations and responses in similar future situations. Your subconscious can learn new associations even while you sleep. Research on targeted memory reactivation from 2024 demonstrates that presenting subtle sensory cues, sounds or smells, associated with learned material during sleep enhances memory consolidation. The sleeping brain processes these cues, strengthens relevant neural connections, and integrates information more effectively. Your subconscious uses sleep not just to rest, but to actively reorganize knowledge, solve problems, and prepare for future challenges. This is why difficult problems sometimes seem easier after sleeping on them. The subconscious has been working on solutions while conscious awareness rested, making connections that weren't obvious during waking hours. Defense mechanisms are subconscious strategies your mind uses to protect itself from psychological distress. Repression pushes threatening thoughts out of awareness. Denial refuses to acknowledge uncomfortable reality. Projection attributes your own unwanted feelings to others. Rationalization creates logical-sounding justifications for emotional decisions. These mechanisms operate automatically when the subconscious detects psychological threat. According to recent psychological research from 2024, defense mechanisms aren't necessarily pathological. They help maintain psychological stability during difficult times. But when they become too rigid or pervasive, they can prevent genuine self-awareness and growth. Understanding your own defense mechanisms requires gentle curiosity about moments when your explanation doesn't quite match your behavior. The subconscious processes emotional contagion, automatically mirroring the emotions of people around you. When someone smiles, your facial muscles subtly activate the same expression, triggering corresponding emotional states through feedback loops between body and brain. Research from 2024 shows this happens faster than conscious recognition of the emotion. Your subconscious attunes to others' emotional states through facial expressions, voice tone, body language, and subtle behavioral cues. This allows you to sense the emotional atmosphere of a room instantly, understand unspoken tensions, and coordinate behavior with others seamlessly. Emotional contagion is how groups synchronize, for better or worse. Anxiety often reflects the subconscious detecting threats that conscious awareness can't identify. The amygdala becomes sensitized through repeated stress, developing lower thresholds for activation. According to 2024 research on anxiety and the amygdala, the subconscious threat detection system can become overactive, interpreting ambiguous situations as threatening. You might feel anxious without knowing why, because the subconscious has made connections between current circumstances and past difficult situations. The feeling arises before conscious thought catches up. Learning to regulate anxiety involves helping the subconscious update its threat assessments, recognizing that what was concerning then isn't concerning now. Creativity emerges from subconscious processing in ways that often surprise conscious awareness. When you stop actively thinking about a problem, the subconscious continues working on it through diffuse attention and spontaneous neural activation. Studies from 2024 show that creative insights frequently occur during mind wandering, just before sleep, or upon waking, moments when conscious control relaxes and subconscious processing can surface. The subconscious makes unexpected connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, patterns, and memories. This is why creative people often describe ideas as coming to them rather than being consciously constructed. The subconscious is the creative mind's workshop. Facial feedback theory suggests that the subconscious uses your facial expressions to help determine how you feel. Research from 2024 confirms that deliberately smiling can improve mood slightly, while frowning can enhance negative feelings. The subconscious monitors the state of facial muscles and incorporates this information into emotional experience. This creates a feedback loop. Emotions trigger facial expressions, which then amplify those emotions through subconscious feedback. The relationship between inner feeling and outer expression is bidirectional, which means you can sometimes influence emotion by consciously adjusting expression and allowing subconscious processing to follow. The subconscious maintains your self-concept, the collection of beliefs about who you are. This self-concept forms through repeated experiences, social feedback, and comparisons with others, most of which occurs outside conscious awareness. According to research from 2024 on implicit self-esteem, the subconscious holds self-evaluations that may differ from conscious self-assessment. You might consciously think highly of yourself, while subconsciously harboring self-doubt, or vice versa. These implicit beliefs influence behavior, relationships, and opportunities you pursue. Changing deeply held subconscious beliefs about yourself requires more than conscious decision. It requires new experiences that gradually reshape subconscious self-knowledge. Mood is partly regulated by subconscious interpretation of bodily states. According to James Lang theory and modern embodied cognition research from 2024, the subconscious monitors physiological arousal, heart rate, breathing, muscle tension, and interprets this arousal in context to generate emotional experience. The same physiological state can be interpreted as excitement or anxiety, depending on the situation. This is why regulating breathing, relaxing muscles, or changing posture can shift emotional state. The subconscious uses bodily information as evidence about how you're feeling, and consciously changing the body sends different signals to subconscious processing. Attachment patterns formed in early childhood shape subconscious expectations in adult relationships. Research from 2024 shows that whether caregivers were consistently responsive, inconsistently available, or emotionally distant, creates implicit models of relationships that persist into adulthood. The subconscious applies these early learned patterns to new relationships automatically, influencing who you trust, how you respond to conflict, and whether you seek closeness or distance when stressed. These attachment patterns operate largely outside awareness, yet they profoundly influence relationship satisfaction and stability. Recognizing your attachment style allows conscious choice where subconscious habit once ruled. Positive and negative emotions are processed somewhat differently in the subconscious. Research from 2024 shows negative emotions typically activate stronger responses and capture attention more reliably than positive emotions. This negativity bias helped ancestors survive by prioritizing threat detection. The subconscious scans for potential problems more actively than for potential opportunities. This means negative experiences and information tend to have stronger and more lasting effects than equivalent positive ones. Consciously cultivating positive experiences helps balance this natural subconscious bias, requiring deliberate effort to notice and encode good moments with equivalent strength. The subconscious generates approach and avoidance motivations that guide behavior before conscious reasoning begins. According to research from 2024 on motivational systems, the behavioral activation system creates impulses toward reward and opportunity, while the behavioral inhibition system creates impulses away from threat and punishment. These systems operate in parallel, creating the constant subconscious evaluation. Is this situation more rewarding or threatening? The balance between these systems influences personality, whether you tend toward eagerness or caution. Conscious goals work best when aligned with subconscious motivational systems, rather than fighting against them. Rumination represents the subconscious struggling to resolve perceived threats or losses. When you repeatedly think about negative events or future worries, the subconscious is attempting problem-solving through repeated analysis. Research from 2024 shows that rumination activates similar neural circuits as productive problem-solving, but without forward progress. The subconscious keeps returning to the same unresolved issue, hoping repetition will lead to resolution. Breaking rumination cycles requires consciously redirecting attention and teaching the subconscious that some problems don't improve with repeated analysis. Sometimes the answer is letting go rather than figuring out. Empathy involves the subconscious simulating others' experiences in your own neural systems. When you watch someone experience pain, your pain-related brain regions activate in resonance. According to 2024 research, this neural mirroring happens automatically, allowing you to understand others' feelings from the inside. The subconscious creates a model of another person's mental state, generating intuitive understanding of intentions, emotions, and perspectives. This capacity for subconscious empathy makes social cooperation possible, but can also be overwhelming when exposed to others' suffering without adequate boundaries or processing. These emotional observations reveal that your subconscious is deeply attuned to feelings, yours and others. It stores emotional memories, generates motivations, regulates mood, processes threats, and creates resonance with people around you. Understanding how the subconscious manages emotional life helps explain why feelings sometimes seem to arise from nowhere, why certain situations trigger strong responses, and why changing emotions takes more than rational decision. The subconscious emotional system evolved over millions of years and operates according to its own wisdom, complementing but not controlled by conscious reasoning. You're still here with me, thoughts still flickering like candlelight. Just notice. Don't judge. Just notice where your mind is. We're exploring consciousness itself, the very thing doing the exploring right now. Strange, beautiful, and perfectly calm. Let's drift onward together. The subconscious learns through reinforcement. Behaviors followed by positive outcomes become more likely, while behaviors followed by negative outcomes become less likely. This learning happens automatically through dopamine signaling in the basal ganglia. According to 2025 research, dopamine neurons encode prediction errors, the difference between expected and actual outcomes. When something is better than expected, dopamine surges, strengthening the neural pathways that led to that behavior. When outcomes are worse than expected, dopamine dips, weakening those pathways. The subconscious gradually adapts behavior based on accumulated experience, with rewards and punishments. Contextual learning means the subconscious associates behaviors with the specific situations where they occur. A habit triggered in one context may not activate in another. Research from 2024 shows this is why changing your environment can help break unwanted habits. The contextual cues that automatically activate the behavior aren't present. The subconscious uses location, time of day, preceding actions, emotional state, and social setting as triggers. Understanding these contextual dependencies helps explain why you act differently at work versus home, or why vacation feels so different from regular routine. Unconscious processing can support higher-order cognition like decision-making, problem-solving, and language comprehension. Studies from 2025 demonstrate that the subconscious doesn't just handle simple reflexes, but can engage in sophisticated information integration. The unconscious thought theory suggests that complex decisions sometimes benefit from subconscious processing, because the subconscious can weigh multiple factors simultaneously, without the limitations of conscious working memory. This might explain why sleeping on important decisions or letting problems percolate can lead to better outcomes than immediate conscious deliberation. The subconscious maintains statistical learning about environmental regularities. You learn which events typically follow others, which words tend to appear together, which people usually behave in certain ways, all without conscious awareness of tracking these probabilities. Research from 2024 shows that infants begin statistical learning within the first days of life, and adults continue throughout their lifespan. The subconscious uses these learned statistics to generate predictions and detect violations. When something happens that's statistically unusual given past experience, the subconscious signals surprise, drawing conscious attention to potential anomalies worth examining. Sleep deprivation impairs subconscious and conscious processing differently. According to 2024 research on sleep and cognition, automatic subconscious processes remain relatively intact even when you're tired, while conscious processes requiring attention, working memory, and executive control deteriorate rapidly. This is why you can still walk and perform familiar routines when exhausted, but struggle with novel problems or maintaining focus. The subconscious keeps basic operations running, while conscious capacities fade. Chronic sleep deprivation gradually degrades even subconscious processing as neural efficiency declines. Mindfulness meditation practices influence the relationship between conscious awareness and subconscious processing. Research from 2024 shows that regular meditation changes activity patterns in the default mode network, brain regions active during mind-wandering and self-referential thought. Meditation doesn't stop subconscious processing but changes how you relate to it. You become aware of subconscious thoughts, feelings, and impulses arising without immediately identifying with them or acting on them. This creates space between subconscious impulse and conscious response, allowing greater choice in how you respond to automatic patterns. Language comprehension relies heavily on subconscious prediction. As you read these words, your subconscious is constantly predicting what comes next based on grammar, semantics, and context. Studies from 2024 show that when predictions are confirmed, reading feels effortless. But when words violate expectations, neural activity spikes and reading slows. The subconscious builds meaning incrementally, maintaining a running interpretation that updates with each new word. This predictive processing happens so smoothly that you experience comprehension as immediate rather than as a complex subconscious construction. Motor learning demonstrates how conscious control gradually becomes subconscious automation. When learning a physical skill, playing an instrument, typing, dancing, early stages require intense conscious attention to every movement. But with practice, the motor sequence becomes encoded in the cerebellum and basal ganglia as a unified program. Research from 2024 shows this consolidation happens particularly during sleep. Eventually, the skill runs automatically, and conscious attention actually interferes with performance. The subconscious can execute the learned sequence more smoothly than conscious control. The subconscious responds to imagery and visualization almost as strongly as to actual experience. Mental practice activates similar neural pathways as physical practice. According to research from 2024, imagining performing an action strengthens the motor programs for that action through subconscious learning mechanisms. This is why athletes use visualization techniques and why imagining feared situations can trigger anxiety as if the situation were real. The subconscious doesn't always distinguish clearly between vividly imagined and actually experienced events, treating both as learning opportunities. Halfway through our journey, the answer is emerging. Your subconscious is trying to help you survive and thrive, using knowledge accumulated across your lifetime. It automates what can be automated, frees conscious resources for novel challenges, detects threats before conscious awareness, learns from experience, regulates emotion, maintains relationships, and coordinates action with thought. The subconscious doesn't speak in words but in feelings, intuitions, urges, and automatic behaviors. Learning to recognize and trust this communication while maintaining conscious oversight creates harmony between these complementary aspects of mind. This integration, not separation or dominance of either system, represents psychological wholeness, the balanced state where conscious intention and subconscious wisdom work together. Take a breath. Notice this moment. Let each breath guide you to realize time is yours, a separate stream that only you are living, while the vast universe continues to spin, expand, change. This second you're breathing, listening, is unique. Cherish the present moment, knowing that right now, your time is unique in the universe, and we continue drifting. We now understand that the subconscious is not separate from you, but is you, a different mode of processing serving different functions. Recent neuroscience from 2025 shows there's no clear dividing line, but rather a continuum of awareness. Some processes never reach consciousness. Some hover at awareness threshold. Some begin subconsciously and later become conscious. Understanding this integration helps reconcile the feeling of being a unified self with the reality of multiple processing streams running simultaneously in your brain. Memory reconsolidation reveals that even consolidated subconscious memories can be modified. When you recall a memory, it briefly becomes unstable and can be updated before being stored again. Research from 2024 shows this reconsolidation window offers opportunities for therapeutic interventions. Traumatic memories recalled in safe contexts can be partially rewritten to include safety signals. The subconscious memory isn't erased, but its emotional quality changes. This demonstrates that the subconscious past isn't permanently fixed. The subconscious generates spontaneous thoughts during mind wandering. Mental activity not focused on immediate environment or task. According to 2024 research, people spend 30 to 50% of waking hours mind wandering. Most of it subconsciously directed rather than deliberately chosen. These spontaneous thoughts often involve autobiographical memory, future planning, social cognition, and creative associations. While mind wandering can interfere with tasks requiring focus, it also facilitates insight, problem solving, and self-understanding through unconstrained subconscious exploration. Intuition represents rapid subconscious integration of multiple information sources. Past experience, pattern recognition, contextual cues, bodily signals, resulting in a feeling of knowing without conscious reasoning. Studies from 2024 show that intuitive judgments can be remarkably accurate in domains where you have expertise, because the subconscious has accumulated relevant patterns. However, intuition can mislead in unfamiliar domains where patterns don't apply. The challenge is discerning when to trust subconscious intuition versus applying conscious analysis. The subconscious constructs the sense of self-continuity, the feeling that you're the same person who went to bed last night, who existed yesterday, who will exist tomorrow. This sense is actively created, not simply given. Research from 2024 shows that constructing narrative continuity involves the default mode network, integrating past memories, present experience, and future projections into a coherent story. The subconscious smooths over gaps and inconsistencies to maintain the experience of being a unified self. Placebo effects demonstrate the subconscious mind's influence over physiology. When you believe treatment will help, subconscious expectations activate healing mechanisms. Research from 2024 shows placebos can reduce pain, improve motor function in Parkinson's disease, alter immune response, and affect neurotransmitter release. The subconscious expectation of improvement triggers real physiological changes. This isn't just psychological. The subconscious mind genuinely influences body through neural pathways connecting brain, endocrine system, and immune system. Social norms operate largely through subconscious conformity. You automatically adjust behavior to match perceived social expectations without conscious deliberation. According to 2024 research, the subconscious monitors what others do and uses this information to calibrate appropriate behavior. This allows smooth social coordination but also explains peer influence and group polarization. The subconscious assumption that normal behavior is appropriate behavior guides actions even when consciously you might choose differently. The subconscious maintains representations of close relationships even when those people aren't present. You carry internal working models of attachment figures that influence behavior and emotional responses. Research from 2024 shows these representations activate automatically in relevant situations. You might hear your parents' voice in your head, or feel comforted by imagined support from a friend. The subconscious uses these internalized relationships as psychological resources for regulation and guidance. Automaticity develops differently for different types of skills. Cognitive skills become automatic faster than motor skills, and simple behaviors automatize faster than complex ones. According to 2024 research reviewing habit formation timelines, automaticity typically requires 66 to 254 days of consistent repetition. The subconscious gradually encodes the pattern through synaptic strengthening, eventually requiring minimal conscious oversight. Complexity, consistency, and motivation all affect automatization speed. Sleep cycles alternate between NREM and REM sleep, each serving different subconscious functions. During NREM, particularly slow-wave sleep, the subconscious consolidates declarative memories and prunes unnecessary connections. During REM sleep, emotional memories are processed and integrated. Research from 2024 shows both states are essential. NREM strengthens selected memories, while REM integrates them emotionally and removes non-essential details. The subconscious uses the full cycle for comprehensive memory processing. Implicit bias refers to subconscious associations between social categories and evaluative judgments. These biases develop through cultural exposure and personal experience, operating automatically even when they contradict conscious values. According to 2024 research, most people harbor implicit biases they would consciously reject. Awareness of implicit bias doesn't automatically eliminate it. The subconscious associations remain, even when consciously disavowed. Reducing implicit bias requires repeated experiences, creating new subconscious associations. The subconscious generates aesthetic preferences. What looks beautiful, sounds pleasing, feels comfortable, through pattern learning and cultural exposure. Research from 2024 shows aesthetic judgments happen rapidly and automatically, feeling immediate rather than reasoned. The subconscious applies learned standards of beauty, harmony, and proportion without conscious deliberation. These preferences vary across cultures and change with exposure, revealing how deeply culture shapes even seemingly spontaneous subconscious reactions. Behavioral economics demonstrates systematic deviations from rational choice caused by subconscious heuristics. People prefer avoiding losses over acquiring equivalent gains, weight easily available examples too heavily, and anchor judgments on arbitrary reference points. These patterns, documented extensively since 2024 Nobel Prize-winning research, reveal how the subconscious solves decision problems using shortcuts that sometimes conflict with conscious goals. Understanding these biases allows compensating for them. The subconscious maintains homeostasis, stable internal conditions, through constant monitoring and adjustment. Body temperature, blood sugar, pH balance, and dozens of other variables stay within narrow ranges through subconscious regulation. According to 2024 research, this involves complex feedback loops between brain and body operating entirely outside awareness. The subconscious handles biological stability automatically, allowing consciousness to focus elsewhere. Change blindness demonstrates limitations of conscious awareness compared to subconscious processing. When attention is diverted, people often fail to notice large changes in their visual field. Research from 2024 shows the subconscious doesn't maintain a detailed representation of everything you're not attending to. Instead, it maintains enough information to guide attention when something important changes. The subconscious is selective, not comprehensive. The subconscious generates meaning from ambiguous information through top-down processing. When sensory input is unclear, the subconscious fills gaps based on expectations and context. This is why you hear words in white noise or see faces in clouds. The subconscious is actively interpreting partial information. According to 2024 research, this constructive perception usually aids understanding, but occasionally creates illusions. Flow states represent optimal integration of conscious and subconscious processing. During flow, skills execute automatically through subconscious control, while conscious attention focuses on high-level strategy. Research from 2024 shows flow involves reduced prefrontal activity combined with precise subconscious-conscious coordination. Time perception shifts, self-consciousness fades, and performance feels effortless because conscious and subconscious systems align perfectly. The subconscious responds to narrative and story structure. Stories engage multiple brain systems simultaneously. Language processing, social cognition, emotion, imagery. According to 2024 research, when you're absorbed in story, the subconscious generates simulated experiences corresponding to narrative events. This is why stories influence beliefs and behaviors, sometimes more effectively than logical arguments. The subconscious learns from vicarious experience. Metacognition, thinking about thinking, requires conscious awareness of subconscious processes. Research from 2024 shows metacognitive accuracy varies considerably between individuals. Some people accurately judge their knowledge and performance, while others systematically over- or underestimate abilities. Accurate metacognition requires the conscious mind receiving reliable information from subconscious processing, which demands both systems functioning well. Mirror neurons activate both when performing actions and when observing others perform them. These neurons, discovered through research continuing through 2024, create neural resonance with observed behavior. The subconscious uses mirror systems to understand intentions, learn by observation, and generate empathy. This shared neural representation allows learning from others' experience as if it were your own. Expertise develops through extensive subconscious learning. Chess masters recognize patterns instantly that beginners must laboriously analyze. Radiologists detect anomalies at a glance that novices miss entirely. According to 2024 research, expertise involves acquiring vast libraries of subconsciously accessible patterns through deliberate practice over years. The expert's subconscious has seen similar situations countless times. The subconscious processes music through specialized neural circuits engaging emotion, memory, motor systems, and reward pathways simultaneously. Research from 2024 shows music activates broader brain networks than language alone. Familiar music automatically triggers associated memories and emotions. The subconscious responds to musical structure, rhythm, harmony, melodic patterns, creating powerful emotional experiences without requiring conscious understanding. Stress hormones like cortisol influence the balance between conscious and subconscious control. Moderate stress enhances conscious cognitive function, while high stress shifts control towards subconscious habits. According to 2024 research, this adaptive shift frees conscious resources for threat response, but reduces flexibility. Chronic stress keeps this balance shifted, strengthening habitual responses while weakening conscious control. The subconscious generates sense of agency, the feeling that you control your actions. Research from 2024 shows this feeling arises from subconscious processing comparing intended and actual outcomes. When they match, you experience agency. When they don't, agency diminishes. The subconscious constructs the experience of voluntary control retrospectively, contributing to the sense that conscious will causes action. We've learned that your subconscious is a sophisticated system managing biological regulation, learning, memory, emotion, habit, perception, social cognition, and more, all simultaneously, efficiently, mostly outside awareness. It evolved over millions of years, carrying wisdom about survival, connection, and adaptation. Understanding how your subconscious functions creates opportunities for conscious influence while respecting its autonomous intelligence. Almost done. Relax even deeper. Did you know most matter, from a grain of sand to a star, is empty space? Atoms are mostly empty space between nucleus and electrons. Even your body is more space than matter. So let go. Let all pressure, all worry dissolve, like dust particles floating, drifting in the immense universe. We'll continue with the final facts. Your subconscious protects you constantly. It maintains breathing while you sleep, pulls your hand from danger before pain registers, maintains balance without thought. Research from 2024 confirms the subconscious prioritizes survival above all else. Even when conscious goals conflict with safety, the subconscious vetoes concerning choices through anxiety, hesitation, or physical prevention. It guards you relentlessly. Trust develops subconsciously through accumulated experience of reliability. When someone consistently keeps promises, the subconscious forms positive associations automatically. When promises are broken, the subconscious marks caution, regardless of conscious forgiveness. Studies from 2024 show rebuilding trust requires new positive experiences, creating new subconscious associations. Words alone don't convince the subconscious. Only consistent behavior does. The subconscious holds accumulated wisdom from every experience you've survived. Each challenge overcome, each lesson learned, each relationship navigated contributes to subconscious knowledge. According to 2024 research on intuition, this accumulated experience manifests as feelings guiding decisions. When something feels right or wrong without clear reason, the subconscious may be accessing patterns too complex for conscious articulation. Forgiveness involves subconscious processing of emotional memories. Consciously deciding to forgive doesn't immediately change subconscious emotional responses to the person or situation. Research from 2024 shows genuine forgiveness requires the subconscious to process and integrate the experience differently, reducing automatic negative emotional reactions. This takes time and often benefits from repeatedly recalling the forgiven event in contexts, emphasizing understanding and compassion. The subconscious responds to consistency more than intensity. Small daily actions create stronger automatic patterns than occasional intense efforts. This is why building new habits requires regular practice rather than periodic marathons. According to 2024 habit research, consistency teaches the subconscious this is normal, expected, part of routine, gradually shifting what feels natural from old patterns to new ones. Gratitude practices influence subconscious attention patterns. Regularly noting positive experiences trains the subconscious to detect positive aspects of situations more readily. Research from 2024 shows gratitude practice gradually shifts the subconscious filter toward noticing good things that were always present but previously overlooked. The external world doesn't change, but subconscious attention patterns do, altering experienced reality without changing objective circumstances. The subconscious learns from failure more than from success. When something goes wrong, the subconscious updates predictions and adjusts behavior to avoid repetition. According to 2024 research on learning, prediction errors drive subconscious learning. This is why failure provides valuable information. It shows the subconscious where mental models were inaccurate. Avoiding all failure prevents subconscious learning and adaptation. Compassion toward yourself influences subconscious self-regulation. Harsh self-criticism activates threat responses in the subconscious, triggering defensive patterns rather than adaptive change. Research from 2024 shows self-compassion, treating yourself with the kindness you'd offer a struggling friend, creates psychological safety, allowing the subconscious to acknowledge difficulties without defensiveness. This paradoxically enables more genuine change than self-punishment does. The subconscious generates motivation through anticipated emotion. When contemplating action, the subconscious automatically generates feelings about expected outcomes: pleasure, pride, relief, or conversely, anxiety, shame, guilt. Studies from 2024 show these anticipated emotions influence motivation more strongly than logical analysis of pros and cons. The subconscious uses emotional forecasting to guide approach and avoidance, sometimes overweighting immediate feelings relative to long-term consequences. Meaning and purpose activate different subconscious processing than pleasure and enjoyment. According to 2024 research, activities perceived as meaningful engage neural systems associated with personal values and long-term goals rather than immediate reward. The subconscious tracks both types of significance. People experience deeper life satisfaction when subconscious needs for both pleasure and meaning are met, not just one or the other. The subconscious continues developing throughout adulthood. While some aspects stabilize in young adulthood, subconscious learning and adaptation continue across the lifespan. Research from 2024 shows older adults' subconscious processing differs from younger adults, but remains capable of learning, forming new associations, and updating patterns. The subconscious you have at age 70 differs from age 30, shaped by decades of experience, presence, full attention to immediate experience, quiet subconscious rumination about past and future. When deeply engaged in present moment, the default mode network reduces activity. Studies from 2024 show presence doesn't stop subconscious processing, but shifts it toward current sensory experience rather than mental time travel. This creates the peaceful quality associated with mindfulness. less mental chatter, more direct experiencing through subconscious processing, focused on now. Yes, your subconscious has been trying to tell you something all along. Through physical sensations, emotional responses, dreams, intuitions, habits, and automatic reactions. The subconscious communicates constantly. It doesn't speak in words, but in the language of feeling and impulse. Learning this language requires patience, curiosity, non-judgment. The message is usually about needs, threats, patterns, or wisdom accumulated from experience. Connection with others satisfies deep subconscious needs evolved over millennia. Humans are fundamentally social beings. Isolation activates threat responses in the subconscious. Research from 2024 confirms that quality relationships affect physical health, longevity, stress resilience, and subjective well-being through both conscious and subconscious pathways. The subconscious monitors social connection and signals distress when isolation persists. Genuine connection soothes subconscious vigilance. The subconscious responds to beauty and awe with feelings of transcendence, experiences of vastness, nature, art, music, ideas larger than individual concerns. Temporarily quiet, self-focused subconscious processing. Studies from 2024 show awe reduces activity in default mode. Network regions associated with self-referential thought. These moments feel expansive because subconscious attention shifts from personal concerns to something greater, providing respite from constant self-monitoring. Hope influences subconscious processing in powerful ways. When you believe positive outcomes are possible, the subconscious maintains approach motivation and sustained effort. Research from 2024 shows hope activates reward anticipation systems, making challenges feel worthwhile. Without hope, the subconscious shifts toward avoidance and conservation. Hope isn't naive optimism. It's the subconscious calculation that effort might lead somewhere better, making that effort worth investing. The subconscious processes death awareness differently than conscious thought. Existential concerns about mortality typically operate below awareness, influencing choices about meaning, legacy, relationships, and courage. According to 2024 research on terror management, the subconscious manages death anxiety through cultural worldviews and self-esteem maintenance. These defenses operate automatically, shaping behavior without conscious awareness of the underlying existential concerns motivating them. Acceptance, paradoxically, enables change more effectively than resistance. When the subconscious encounters acceptance rather than struggle, defensive patterns relax. Research from 2024 shows acceptance-based approaches often produce better outcomes than control-focused approaches because they reduce subconscious threat responses. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means acknowledging reality clearly before responding, allowing subconscious and conscious resources to coordinate rather than conflict. The subconscious generates sense of authenticity, feeling like yourself, through alignment between action and values. When behavior matches subconsciously held values, you feel genuine. When behavior contradicts values, the subconscious signals discomfort through guilt, shame, or emptiness. Studies from 2024 suggest this subconscious monitoring of self-consistency contributes to psychological integrity and well-being. Letting go requires trusting the subconscious to manage what conscious control cannot. Some things improve when you stop trying so hard. Sleep, creativity, healing, relationships. Research from 2024 suggests excessive conscious control sometimes interferes with subconscious processes that naturally regulate these domains. Learning when to engage conscious control and when to trust subconscious wisdom is ongoing discernment. The subconscious holds capacity for growth you haven't yet accessed. Neural plasticity means new patterns remain possible throughout life. According to 2024 research, people often underestimate their capacity for change because the subconscious current state feels permanent. But just as the subconscious learned current patterns through experience, it can learn new patterns through new experience. Peace emerges when conscious and subconscious systems align rather than conflict. When conscious values match subconscious motivations, when conscious goals align with subconscious needs, when conscious attention harmonizes with subconscious processing, that's when behavior flows smoothly and life feels coherent. Research from 2024 suggests this integration, more than any particular achievement, characterizes psychological well-being. The subconscious never stops working for you. Even now, as you rest, it's regulating body systems, consolidating memories, processing emotions, maintaining awareness, coordinating movement, generating thoughts, monitoring environment. The subconscious is your constant companion throughout life, managing complexity you couldn't consciously handle, freeing awareness for what requires deliberate attention. What your subconscious is trying to tell you often relates to unmet needs: safety, connection, autonomy, competence, meaning. When automatic reactions feel disproportionate, the subconscious may be signaling unresolved concerns. When intuitions pull strongly, the subconscious may have detected patterns worth conscious examination. When habits resist change, the subconscious may be serving needs not yet addressed. The final truth: your subconscious is not separate from you. It is you, the part that breathes while you sleep, remembers what you've forgotten, knows what you can't articulate, guides when you're lost. Learning to listen is learning to know yourself completely. Conscious and subconscious together create the whole person you are. Both deserve attention, respect, understanding. And so, our quiet journey through the subconscious comes to a gentle close. We've traveled from hidden neural circuits processing millions of signals, to emotional memories shaping present responses, discovering along the way that your subconscious is both ancient protector and adaptive learner. From automatic habits to creative insights, we've glimpsed how consciousness and subconsciousness dance together, creating the person you experience as yourself. The subconscious mind reminds us that knowing yourself means understanding both what you can see and what operates in shadow. Much wisdom lives below awareness, working tirelessly, speaking in its own language. In these final minutes, take the deepest breath you can, as deep as possible. Think about consciousness itself, yours, mine, everyone listening, all awareness everywhere, perhaps all connected in ways we don't yet understand. You are not alone in the universe of minds. Let your entire being dissolve into the ocean of consciousness. into dreamless rest, into the space before thought. If this thoughtful exploration of the mind made you relax, fall asleep, or sparked curiosity tonight, a gentle like and subscribe helps other sleepless souls discover this peaceful space too. One quiet tap, one sleepy soul at a time. But there's no need to do anything now. Nothing at all. You've traveled far tonight, farther than most journeys take you. You can allow these thoughts of consciousness to fade now, like morning mist dissolving into sunlight, leaving only the warm calm behind. Let your breathing deepen. Let your body feel heavier, as if sinking slowly into the surface beneath you, supported completely. If sleep comes, let it carry you like a gentle river, smoothly, inevitably, into a realm where time and weight no longer matter. If your eyes are still open, the next video is waiting for you, ready to continue the journey. But if they're closed, stay there. Stay in the darkness that feels safe and warm. Tomorrow, your subconscious will still be there, working tirelessly, protecting you, learning from experience, guiding you through life. But tonight belongs to stillness. Rest well, curious mind. And remember, your conscious and subconscious together create the whole wonderful person you are. Dream deeper with bedtime science. Good night.